Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It's another beautiful night for baseball here in Baltimore, Maryland, and the Yankee fans in attendance at Camden Yards tonight are hoping their team can get a win and gain a split in this four-game series as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. Tonight it'll be the Yankees against the Baltimore Orioles in the fourth and final game of this series here in Baltimore, Maryland. Hi everybody, Ken Singleton along with John Flaherty. A tough loss for the Yankees last night. The Orioles coming away with a walk-off victory, only their second of the year. You have to go all the way back to opening day for their first walk-off win. And last night, Flash, it was a case of both teams getting timely home runs.
Big home runs were a big part of the game last night, and the Yankees are hoping that Greg Bird is starting to turn around his season, starting to get the ball in the air a little bit more than he had early on. A big three-run home run for him last night, ended up having 4 RBIs. But Manny Machado all year long against the Yankees, and last night a 2-run home run going the other way proved to be the difference in this ball game as Scope comes up late, drills one to right field. That gets past Greg Bird, a play that he probably should have made, and Baltimore has the walk-off win.
Well, let's take a look at the season series thus far, and the Orioles, who are 40 games under 500, have really given the Yankees fits. They've won 5 of the 9 games as you look at the numbers between the two teams this year. But look at the bottom. The Red Sox are 9-1 against the Orioles this year. The Yankees are going to have to do some catching up against Baltimore. Let's check out tonight's pitching matchup brought to you by People's United Bank. Dylan Bundy will get the start for the Orioles, a record of 6-8 in 12 starts. And Sonny Gray gets the start for the Yankees, hoping to bounce back from a rough outing in Toronto. His record is 5-7. This is what Sonny had to say about that outing north of the border.
I think I'm frustrated, but at the same time, you know, I've got to come up with some solution if I want to continue to go out there and compete. I'm going to take the ball, you know, whenever it's given to me, and I'm going to continue to work in between those times, whenever that is, and like I said, hopefully come out of this thing on the other side. It's not been easy. It's not going to be easy, but you know that's my plan.
Well, when you listen to Sonny Gray talk about his performances in the postgame, you can tell he's a little bit lost right now. Maybe looking for a mechanical key. Supposedly, Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, and Sonny Gray have worked on some things to get a little more movement down in the zone. We'll see if it shows up here in Baltimore.
Okay, the Yankees are looking for a win as they close out this series in Baltimore to gain a split. Then it's on to Cleveland to close out the first half of the season. Yankees and the Orioles coming up next right here on Yes. Yes is brought to you in part by NFL Experience, the place to go to celebrate summer. Tickets start at $27. Visit NFLExperience.com for details. By Subway. Try a signature wrap at Subway restaurants today. And by Buick. Visit TriStateBuick.com for great lease offers. We're just about ready for the final game of this 4-game set. Let's check out the Yankees starting lineup for this evening. Leading off in left field, Brett Gardner. Aaron Judge will be the DH tonight. He'll bat second. Since 2017 against the Orioles in 28 games, 13 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Didi Gregorius will bat third. Big G, Giancarlo Stanton, will clean up. He'll be in right field tonight. Followed by Aaron Hicks in center, Greg Bird at first. Miguel Andujar will be the third baseman. Austin Romine does the catching. And batting ninth at second base will be Tyler Wade.
That lineup's going to get a look at the right-hander Dylan Bundy in the middle of his warm-up tosses. Will be his 18th start of the year. The ERA just over 4. 96 hits and 99 in the third innings. He gives up a little too many home runs, and coming off a rough outing his last time against the Minnesota Twins, only 3 in the third inning, 6 runs, 5 of them earned.
Let's check out the Orioles on defense, as always, presented by Geico. Let's go to the outfield from left to right. It's going to be Joey Rickard in left, Adam Jones in center, and Danny Valencia will be in right field. Around the infield, Tim Beckham at third, Manny Machado at shortstop, Jonathan Scope at second, Chris Davis at first, and Caleb Joseph doing the catching for Dylan Bundy tonight. Brett Gardner is approaching the plate. Will be underway in just a second here. By the way, this is a battle of former #1 draft picks, both in the same draft year, 2011. Dylan Bundy 4th overall by the Orioles, and Sonny Gray was picked #1 in that draft by the Oakland A's. Gardner getting his office ready, rearranging the furniture a bit. And Bundy, who is 6-8 with a 4.08 ERA and 2-3 in his career against the Yankees. First pitch is taken for a call strike. Gardner's had a good series, 4 for 11. Good road trip, 9 for 26 with 7 runs batted in. Next pitch, breaking ball down low. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Bundy throws his fastball just over 50% of the time. Slider about 25% of the time. He also has a curve, change, and a sinking fastball. Ball is fouled off by Gardner, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. He'll be followed by Judge and Gregorius here in the first inning for the Yankees. Let's see how the Yankees can bounce back from a tough loss last night. They had taken the lead twice, only to give it away to Baltimore. That pitch misses, and the count is 2-2 on Brett Gardner.
Yeah, Brett trying to get the Yankees off on the right foot here, and pretty good numbers against Bundy, coming in at .375 average, 6 for 16.
High and in, and the count has run full. Bundy had spent some time on the disabled list. He had sprained an ankle in Atlanta running the bases. Does that sound familiar? Here's a pitch, and it's outside, ball 4, and a leadoff walk to Brett Gardner. Of course, Masahiro Tanaka came off the disabled list last night for the Yankees, and he was injured running the bases. Pulled both hamstrings. So you talk to American League managers, maybe they want their pitchers to stay off the bases. Here's Aaron Judge, working on a 5-game hitting streak. Home run totals puts him among the league leaders, the same with the RBIs and the on-base percentage. Gardner with a good lead over at first. The pitch is swung on and fouled off as Judge goes after the first pitch. Judge had a base hit. He went 1 for 4 last night. And overall in this series, he is 4 for 13. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you can see the fastball from Bundy, as Kenny told you, not overpowering, but a little two-seam movement. Not anything to be overly concerned about. Pretty much fastball slider, occasional curveball change.
Ball is hit high in the air to short right field. Coming on is Valencia, and he'll make the catch for the first out. Well, let's check out the weather, and we said it's a very nice night here at Camden Yards, downtown Baltimore, Maryland. Weather presented by Bigelow Tea. 88 degrees, 36% humidity, the wind at about 9 miles per hour, and mostly clear skies. It's a lot better than the last time the Yankees were here when they got rained out of 2 games.
Well, we got lucky these 3 days, right? Beat the heat a little bit.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Here's Didi Gregorius. Like Judge, a 5-game hitting streak. Gardner's back safely at first base. And Didi is the Yankee hitter who has worn out the Orioles his last couple of years. He's reached safely 25 consecutive games. And over that 25-game period, he's hit over 400. That pitch is low for a ball. 404 to be exact.
We made such a big deal last year. Aaron Judge beat up on Baltimore, but Didi Gregorius very consistent. 404, 6, and 24 over 25 games.
Gardner's at first. Inches off a little bit more. Next pitch misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Didi. Didi had a good night last night. Oh, good, very good. Okay, good, very good. At three hits is a very good night. He had 2 singles and a double in last night's game. Gardner's on the move. The pitch is outside for a ball. The throw to second is not in time. He's in there. Brett Gardner with stolen base number 9 on the season. That was a close play.
Well, Brett Gardner's at the point in his career where he's really smart when he takes his opportunities to steal a bag. As you mentioned, Kenny, number 9 has only been thrown out once. And in this lineup, not really a whole lot of need for him to steal bases. Another look on Yes Mo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealers.
So now a runner in scoring position for Gregorius, and he's up there with a 3-0 count. Pitch is hit hard towards center field. Adam Jones on the run, and he makes the catch. Throw back to second. Gardner gets back safely. Jones is playing a couple of steps towards left center. And Didi had the green light 3-0 and almost dropped one in there.
Well, a good swing by Gregorius, 3-0, turns it loose a little bit. And Adam Jones, who maybe has lost a step, was able to make the play there. Brett Gardner has to hold up. And Meredith Marakovich just told me Brett Gardner, that was his 250th stolen base of his career.
So he's 1 behind Willie Randolph, isn't he? Here's Giancarlo Stanton.
4th place all time Yankee list.
Willie, I hope you're tuning in because it could happen tonight. He could tie you tonight, maybe go by you. Let's see, is he thinking about pitch to Stanton, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-2. Big G had a 4-game hitting streak broken last night. He still has a pretty good road trip going. He's 7 for 24 on the trip. But right now he's in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Strike 3 call. Bundy hits the outside corner. Yankees will leave a runner in scoring position at the end of a half an inning. No score. Orioles starting lineup. Tim Beckham be at third base leading off. Adam Jones will be in center field. He'll hit second. Manny Machado, you can see what he's done against the Yankees this year. 6 home runs, 10 runs batted in, hitting .378, having a good year all around. He'll bat third. Mark Trump will be the cleanup hitter. Jonathan Scope, Chris Davis, Danny Valencia, Joey Rickard, and batting ninth and catching be Caleb Joseph.
Sonny Gray coming off back-to-back rough outings. You see the numbers, his 18th start. The ERA elevated at 5.85, 95 hits and 84 2/3 innings. A rough outing against Toronto, only 2 innings, 5 earned runs. A rough outing against Boston, 2 1/3, 6 earned runs. So Sonny Gray trying to get things figured out here in Baltimore tonight.
Well, Sonny, try and slow down these Orioles, who have won the first 2 out of 3 against the Yankees in this series. Yankees get out of town with a win, move on to Cleveland, and a 4-game series against the Indians, and then the All-Star break. Here's Beckham, who has some very good numbers against Sonny Gray. He's 7 for 16, and right now he's working on a 3-game hitting streak. Recently returned from the DL. And Sonny Gray's first pitch is in there for a call strike. Jim Reynolds making the call. John Tumpain at first, Chris Guccione, the umpire, at second, and Shane Livensparker umpiring around at third. The 0-1 pitch, and breaking ball drops in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Sonny Gray quickly jumps ahead of Beckham.
We see Sonny Gray working from the first base side of the pitching rubber, and so far so good. First pitch fastball for a strike. Just dropped a breaking ball in there for strike 2.
Low and away for ball 1. You know, they talk about the adjustments that he and Larry Rothschild have made. You know, when you're going the way Sonny Gray's been going, any little change can spark you in the other direction if things start to work. You know, he'd make better pitches. The 1-2 pitch, it's hit in the air to shallow center field. Stanton got a late jump, but he comes on and makes the catch for the first out. We saw Stanton in right. Let's check out the rest of the Yankees on defense. From left to right, it's going to be Gardner Hicks. You saw Stanton. And Duhar, Gregorius, Wade, and Bird in the infield. And Romine, Austin Romine, doing the catching for Sonny Gray. You know, you wonder, pitching coaches, I know hitting coaches do it, they have little mental sessions with players, trying to just boost your confidence. Here's Adam Jones, and that pitch is in there for a call strike.
You know, Kenny, you talk about maybe a mechanical adjustment or some sort of a change. I think the biggest thing, if a hitter or a pitcher buys into it and mentally say, you know what, you're right, that's the thing that's going to turn me around. Whether it's right or not, it's really the biggest difference.
1 ball and 1 strike on the Orioles' longtime center fielder.
And when you listen to Sonny Gray after his outings, when he struggled, Larry Rothschild looking on, he says hopefully a lot. Hopefully we'll get something figured out, and that's not a good place to be.
2 balls and a strike on Adam Jones. You know, I thought Jones had one of the key hits in last night's ball game with the Yankees up by a score of 5-3 in the 7th inning. He got a base hit just in front of Manny Machado, who came up and then hit a home run to tie the game. 2-1 pitch, and in that situation, you get Jones out, you got Manny. He doesn't represent the tying run when he comes to the plate. And the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and he is struck out. Ball was in the dirt, and Romine will tag him out. So 2 up and 2 down for Baltimore here in the first inning against Sonny Gray.
You know, Kenny, you've talked for a couple of days here about this Baltimore lineup, and they swing and miss at a lot of breaking balls. So that's going to be a big pitch for Sonny Gray. He dropped one in there for strike 2 and then bounced one to get the swing and a miss.
Here's the issue for Sonny Gray. Has a good breaking ball, and you know, sometimes you bounce it and they'll chase, but he's got 5 wins this year. 2 of them are against Baltimore. Both times he's pitched against the Orioles, he's won the game. Back on April 7th, I was at Yankee Stadium, and he won here on June the 1st against the Orioles. Here's Machado. Manny having a fantastic season. Will take a pitch for a call strike. And this is his ballpark. I don't know if I'd want to leave if I was Manny Machado. 363 here at Camden Yards. And he's hitting 35 of the 43 games. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Says Jim Reynolds, and it's 0-2 quickly.
You know, a lot of talk about why the Yankees have struggled against Baltimore this year, and you can see the numbers for Machado against Sonny Gray. Home run, 6 RBIs. Well, really, the biggest culprit is they haven't pitched well to Manny Machado, and he has beat them up all year long. At some point, you can't let that happen.
0-2 pitch. Close. Manny wouldn't bite, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Does there come a point, John, where you just, you know, in key situations, you might just pitch around this guy?
You've already gotten to it, right? I think everybody's seen enough. Well, Yankee fans have a Manny Machado.
2-2 now. I mean, Trumbo is 2 for 12 in this series. He did hit a home run to get them back in the game against Sabathia. But at this point, there's very few hitters as hot as Manny Machado. Breaking ball hit on the ground, foul down the third base side.
Well, I'm sure the conversation with Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach, Austin Romine, the catcher, you know, we're going to pitch carefully to Manny Machado. And that's all fine, but that was a breaking ball right there. Machado had a pretty good swing on a 2-2 count. So you see where Romine's setting up. The pitch spins and backs up to the middle of the plate, and Sonny Gray got away with one.
Full count now on Machado. Well, supposedly as many as 7 teams have made some sort of offer to the Orioles for Machado. And if you're the Orioles, do you hang back and wait towards get close to the deadline as you can get and let those teams just ratchet up their offers?
Who's going to step it up, right?
Yeah. The payoff pitch is on the way, and it's hit in the air down the right field side. Looks like Bird will cross into foul territory. He does. Makes the catch, and that's it. Machado's retired, so are the Orioles. It's on to the second inning with no score here in Baltimore on a beautiful night for baseball. Brought to you by Toyota. The Camry Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. And tonight's conversation goes like this. What is the craziest ending to a baseball game you have ever seen in person? And it goes Jason Giambi's grand slam. Yanks tied it up in the 9th, won it all the way in the 14th in the pouring rain. It became Giambi's signature moment and an unforgettable ending. You know who made that call? That was me. Yeah, I remember that game. Here's Hicks. And he'll take a pitch a little low for a ball. Fans, follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Camry Hybrid to keep the conversation going. You know, I was thinking about that play we showed the other night when Jack Cuss fell down twice around third base and was tagged out. He was the tying run in the 9th inning. Ended the game. As Hicks fouls this one off and the count is 1-1. Here's another look at that play that we were talking about. And look who makes the final play. Makes the tag. Here's Cuss, and he's trying to score. Slips and falls. Now he's in a rundown. He runs back to third. Posada gets out of the way. It's only Aaron Boone. And Cuss falls down about 10 feet away from home plate to tie the game. That was the final out. And Aaron Boone made the tag. And if it wasn't the home run that he hit, sending the Yankees to the playoffs, that might have been the biggest play he had as a Yankee. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Hicks. And he hits this one well to center field. Going back is Jones, still back, and makes the catch. Boy, Hicks gave that a ride. But Adam Jones ran it down for the first out here in the second.
Well, Aaron Hicks batting 5th tonight. We've seen him bat leadoff in this series. He was hitting 3rd last night, hitting 5th tonight. Any spot that he's put in the lineup by Aaron Boone, he's hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, he lined out into a double play last night. Here's Greg Bird. The 6th home run came last night. It was a big 3-run shot that gave the Yankees the lead in the 5th inning. And he'll take a pitch from Bundy downstairs for ball 1. You mentioned Bundy's given up some home runs. He's given up 19 this year. And he took something off a curveball and got it in there for a strike. 1-1.
Well, we'll see if Greg Bird can get it going a little bit. We talked last night about the metrics, hitting line drives more, getting the ball in the air a little bit more.
Another off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2.
And that 6th home run of the year last night. His last 11 games, things starting to pick up a little bit.
3 home runs. 9 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch, and he's going to foul it off into the seats down the left field side as Bundy finally got a fastball in there. Bird having a 4-for-16 road trip. And the 4 runs batted in last night, tied a career high. Off-speed pitch, pulled foul. Well, to get Bird going, get Gary Sanchez back in the lineup. He took batting practice here today. Looked pretty good swinging it back. Get Gleyber Torres back. And really fill out your lineup. 1-2 pitch. Look out, it's inside. 2-2.
I saw that Gary Sanchez was doing some agility drills out in the outfield, so things starting to pick up for him in his rehab.
I have a feeling that the lineup will fill out after the All-Star break, which is rapidly approaching. 2-2 pitch, and that misses. Bird has eyeballed his way to a 3-2 count. A payoff pitch on the way, and it's fouled at the plate. We'll do it all over again. Dylan Bundy, young man from Oklahoma, 2-3 in his career against the New York Yankees. Statcast powered by AWS as we take a look at the shift. Beckham more or less at the shortstop position. He's the third baseman. Machado is shifted. Shortstop over to the right side. Scope in short right field. Pitch is popped up, and again, this is going to reach the seats. A long run for Beckham. He takes a look, but that's all he's going to get. So Bird hanging tough with 1 out here in the second. Choking up slightly on the bat. Another foul ball. And last night, the home run that he hit, the swing was a thing of beauty. Quick through the zone. He knew it as soon as he touched it off. And I think everybody else in the ballpark did too. Change up, foul, tipped into the glove of Caleb Joseph, and it's a strikeout. There were 11 pitches in this at bat.
Bundy doesn't throw his changeup a lot, only 9% of the time, but that was a beauty right there, down and away in a 3-2 count. After Greg Bird was beat with a few fastballs, and that's the one thing I've seen from him, Kenny. Even last night, Cashner was attacking him with the fastball, and he finally caught up with it and clicked on his 6th home run of the year.
2 outs for Andujar, and Miguel will take a strike. Good numbers in your rookie season as you approach the All-Star break. The 0-1 pitch, a little inside, 1-1. Dylan Bundy got off to a pretty good start this year, but it's kind of been up and down the last month or so. And Andujar takes inside, ball 2. Bundy leads the Baltimore staff in strikeouts. Three balls and a strike on Miguel Andujar. Yankee third baseman. On deck is Austin Romine. And it's ball 4, and Andujar will take a base on balls with 2 outs. And the inning will continue for the Yankees. Second walk handed out by Bundy tonight, as Romine will indeed get a shot here in the second inning. The Yankee catcher having a pretty good road trip, 4 for 13 with a home run and 3 runs batted in. That home run came here in Baltimore. As he checks swings and fouls one off. It was in the second game of the doubleheader on Monday.
Well, good news for Austin Romine. He was nursing a little sore hamstring. Those days seem to be behind him now.
Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. Now, we saw Andujar attempt to steal here the other night, but I don't think he'll be going in this. I think they want Austin Romine to hit this inning, and if Austin makes the third out, then you got Tyler Wade, a speedier runner, leading off in the third. So they're just going to let Austin hit here. The next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout, second of the inning for Dylan Bundy. At the end of 1.5, there is no score here at Camden Yards. Here for $39.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackouts and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this sale. All right, to the bottom of the second for Sonny Gray. No score thus far. And he'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the Oriole lineup. It'll be Trumbo, Scope, and Davis. Here is Trumbo. We mentioned he had warmed up a bit. He did have a home run in this series. He's 2 for 12. As he steps in against Sonny Gray. And the first pitch is poured in there for a call strike.
Sonny Gray with good numbers against Trumbo, 1 for 11 and a .091 batting average. We saw Trumbo expand last night on some breaking balls out of the zone. We'll see if Sonny Gray can exploit that.
In on the hands of that, almost picked off Jonathan Scope in the on-deck circle. A hop, skip, and a jump, and he got out of the way. We'll take a look at this.
Wow. Talk about a ball getting deep in on your hands, fighting it off, and Scope able to dance his way out of the way.
Look at him staring at Trumbo. Hey, I'm on your side, man. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Trumbo will take outside for ball 1.
I'd like to see Sonny Gray do a little bit more of that. The fastball two-seamer in on the hands of some of the righties. Get them thinking about the ball inside and exploit the outside corner with the breaking ball.
There's not a hitter in the major leagues who likes to get jammed. Trying to hit that outside corner and misses and levels the count at 2-2. Speaking of level, Sonny Gray's record in his career against Baltimore is 4-4. And 2 of those wins have come this year. Each time he worked 6 innings into a game and allowed 4 hits. Call, strike 3. Trumbo caught looking. He'll stand there for a second. Now he heads back to the bench.
Kenny, I know it's early in the ball game, but the velocity up a little bit, the action on the two-seamer, and Jim Reynolds, home plate umpire, a little generous with the outside corner there. Sonny Gray will take it.
That's what Sabathia was looking for the other night.
John Tompane didn't have the same attitude.
No, he didn't. So Trumbo's rung up, 1 out. As Jonathan Scope steps in, he might be the hottest of all the Oriole hitters, maybe with the exception of Manny Machado. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Scope's got a 9-game hitting streak. And 6 of his last 8 games, he's had multi-hit games. And he's really, well, you can see he got off to a very poor start. That average is low, but it's been climbing quickly. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2.
Well, if Sonny Gray worked on some things mechanically in between starts, what you've seen early in this game through 4 outs is his stuff is noticeably better. The break on the breaking ball, the movement on the two-seamer, and velocity up just a little bit as well.
Line drive by Scope, and it's going to go towards the corner. Stanton's going to have to hustle to cut it off. He will, but Scope, the red-hot Jonathan Scope, has another hit, and now a 10-game hitting streak.
Well, sometimes if you're Sonny Gray and you make a good pitch on an 0-2 count to a hot hitter, he's going to take advantage of it. Maybe it runs back to the plate a little bit more than Austin Romine and Sonny Gray wanted. Just a nice piece of hitting going the other way to a red hot hitter.
Yeah, one thing that Scope has done early in the season, he was thinking about pulling the ball. I think he was thinking about all those home runs he hit last year. And just lately, he's started to hit the ball the other way. The game-winning hit last night went the other way. Here's Chris Davis. With a man on second and 1 out, and Davis takes the first pitch maybe a little bit low. Sonny Gray thought it was a strike. There are the numbers on Davis. Not very good for somebody who 1 year hit 53 homers. But right now he's working on a 5-game hitting streak. Maybe starting to warm up a tad. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. So Scope, with the first hit of the ball game, stands at second base. The 2-0 pitch to Davis. Ball 3, 3-0. There's another guy flashing. You figure he's going to get the green light because Buck Showalter might be thinking he's going to run into one.
If you're Sonny Gray, just stay away from that middle down in zone.
They did take, and it's in there for a call strike.
He threw it right where Chris Davis likes it too, down and in.
Got a long sweeping type swing. Check swing. Did he go around? No. Says Shane Livensparger, the third base umpire, and Davis will draw a walk. So 2 on with 1 out.
All right, here we go with Sonny Gray. When he's gotten in trouble the last couple of starts, he hasn't been able to make that big pitch when he needs it. First inning was smooth, 1, 2, 3. Now first and second with 1 out.
Here's Danny Valencia, who's playing right field tonight. It was Valencia's home run in the first game of the doubleheader that proved to be the winning hit. And that home run broke an 0 for 25. 2 on, 1 out. Sonny Gray looking for a ground ball at one of his infielders. Just outside for ball 1.
Well, a lot of times you look for body language for a pitcher who's been struggling his last couple outings. Sonny Gray not getting that call. Looked like he was a little disappointed.
There's a strike. Count evens, the ball and a strike on Valencia. Outfielders just about straight away. Maybe in right field, Stanton a little bit towards the gap. Right fielders usually give away the line here at Camden Yards. Trying to protect the gap. No, 1-1. Fouled off. Pitch was a little bit towards the middle, and Valencia didn't get to it.
Valencia only 3 at bats against Sonny Gray. Does have 2 hits, so he gets a start tonight for Buck Showalter.
Gray sets and delivers, and Valencia just got a piece of it. Valencia's been around. He's been with several teams. He started with Minnesota, then to Boston, then to Baltimore, Kansas City, Toronto, Oakland, Seattle, now back to Baltimore. Second time around with the Orioles. Have bat will travel. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, breaks away from Romine, and the runners are going to advance. Scope goes to third. Davis moves into second.
Austin Romine was crossed up, and he's going to go right out and talk to Sonny Gray. Doesn't look real happy. Setting up away, looked like he expected a breaking ball, and it was a 2-seamer at 95 miles an hour.
And this will go as a pass ball.
Boy, that is a helpless feeling when you're a catcher and you're expecting a breaking ball away and you get 95 on your hands.
So this effectively takes away the ground ball double play to get out of the inning.
And Kenny, this goes back to what I was saying. When you get in trouble and you're a pitcher who's starting, you start thinking bad thoughts, right? You know, now there's a pass ball. We got crossed up, second and third, one out. Here we go again is the thought process. Needs a big strikeout here.
High and away, and the count is full at 3-2.
The worst breaking ball Sonny Gray has thrown in 2 innings right there. Really dropped down, came underneath it. It's Joey Rickard waiting on deck. 3-2 count, first base open. You don't have to give in here. You can go with that quality breaking ball again, see if you can get a swing and a miss.
Here's the pitch. Swung on it, missed, strike 3. He got him. That's a big strikeout for Sonny Gray, as Valencia is retired. 3 strikeouts now for Gray.
Making a big pitch when you need it in a big spot early in a game. It has to be a confidence booster for Sonny Gray.
That was well, you talked about the curveball that didn't look very good. The previous pitch, that one was one of the best ones he's thrown in the game.
Made a nice adjustment.
Here's Joey Rickard. 2 outs, second and third. Rickard's had a good series. He's had 4 hits. So Sonny Gray trying to get out of this second inning. Leave a couple of runners stranded. Check swing. Strike 1 call. The 0-1 pitch. Little roller towards the left side for Andujar. The throw to first is in time, and Sonny Gray got a little cloudy this inning, but Sonny got out of it as the Orioles leave 2 at the end of 2. Still no score here in Baltimore. We'll be right back with more.
NFL experience scoreboard. The Yankees will have some speed here in the 3rd inning. Tyler Wade leading off, Brett Gardner and Aaron Judge.
That was intense, young fan, wasn't he?
He's locked in. First pitch fastball misses to Tyler Wade, getting a start at second base tonight. See the numbers in 18 games. Went down to AAA Scranton and got it done down there, hitting .271. Works underneath this one and flips it out into right center field. Valencia coming on, makes the play, one down.
I was going to say that the scouting report on Wade must have gotten to Baltimore because Beckham was well on the grass guarding against the bunt. And he might stay there with Gardner coming up. Another accomplished bunter.
You're right. Beckham is going to stay on the grass, respecting the possibility of a bunt. Brett walked his first at bat. His 250th stolen base of his career.
It's a nice round number.
The way Brett Gardner has been swinging the bat, pretty much a fixture at the top of the lineup lately. I know Aaron Hicks got a start in the first game of the doubleheader leading off.
What'd you say? Gardner has 250 stolen bases now? That's 10 times the number that I had in my career.
We won't even go to the record books on mine. One, a good breaking ball in there for strike two. For Bundy, who had a rough outing his last time against the Minnesota Twins, looks on top of his game so far tonight. Yankees trying to salvage the last game of this series and get a split and move on to Cleveland. A long road trip before the All-Star break and a nice series in Toronto, winning 2 out of 3. It's a 2-2 to Gardner. It's off the plate inside. There's Aaron Judge waiting on deck. See if Bundy comes right at Gardner here, 3-2. He does. Brett fouls it off.
Oh, we've seen Brett lately jump a few fastballs and hit some home runs. Hit one here and he hit one in Toronto.
Yeah, the changeup misses away, so Brett Gardner a couple of at-bats, couple of walks. One down will bring up Aaron Judge at a fly ball to right field, his first at bat. And Kenny, you looked at this road trip and you thought, you know what, the Yankees go to Toronto, things should work out pretty well, which they did, 2 out of 3. Then they're going to come to Baltimore, play 4 games. You think you're going to take care of business here, and it's been a struggle. And then you're going to go play a good Cleveland team the last 4 games before the break.
Cleveland has kind of stretched out things in the Central Division. I was talking about Gardner hitting a home run in Toronto. That was on the first pitch of the game from J. Happ. Judge followed with a home run.
Big swing and a miss. You can immediately see the look of disappointment from Aaron Judge.
He chased a pitch that was probably out of the strike zone.
Line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit for Aaron Judge. Gardner around second, going to third. The throw from Rickard just off the line. So aggressive base running by Brett Gardner. First and third, 1 out.
Yankees' first hit of the game, and that ball wasn't hit all that softly. There weren't many players on the Yankees, or any other team for that matter, could go first to third on this one. But of course, Gardner has a great speed. He's going to make Rickard try and throw him out. Now the throw is just off the line. It pulls third baseman Beckham off the bag, and Gardner takes a chance. And this is when you take it with one out, trying to get to third base. There's Judge, who's going to hold up. He was thinking about going to second, but some excellent base running by Brett Gardner. Sized up the situation when he got near to second and continued on to third.
With one down, will bring up Didi Gregorius at a line drive to Adam Jones in center field, his first at bat. He's first pitch swinging, pulls one foul.
Judge it at first. Yeah, I think talking to Reggie Willits, the first base coach, saying I should have gone to second.
As a base runner, you're around first base and you pay attention to where the outfielder's throwing the baseball, and obviously Rickard going to third. Judge would have had an opportunity.
Here's the deal: if he hesitates and then goes and gets thrown out, the whole deal of Gardner being the third with one out doesn't really work anymore. So
Bundy quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. The same situation that Aaron Judge had. Made a bad pitch, 0-2. Judge made him pay. Gregorius just trying to put this ball in play, get the Yankees on the board. Comes the 0-2. This is down. Good take.
Bundy trying to expand the zone, get Didi to chase a pitch out of the strike zone.
Judge off first, Gardner off at third. Gregorius right back to Bundy. He's going to come home to Joseph. Gardner in a rundown. Joseph applies the tag. And Bundy had a couple of options there. He could have went to second base, tried to turn a double play, decided to cut Brett Gardner off at home.
Well, you're right. He had a couple of choices. You can see Machado going towards the bag to cover on second, but instead he comes home. Gardner's tagged out. I don't know. A ball was one hop back to him. They might have had a chance to get the double play. Machado has a strong arm at second. But instead, the inning continues, and it's going to bring up the Yankee cleanup hitter in Stanton. We'll find out if it was a good choice or not.
Giancarlo Stanton struck out to end the first inning. .22 home runs, 52 RBIs. Another breaking ball off the plate. Another weak swing by Stanton. Looks like he's having trouble picking up the spin on the breaking ball. So Dylan Bundy trying to work his way out of some trouble here in the third. Comes the 0-2. Goes breaking ball again. Ground ball to left side off of Beckham's glove. It's going to be in the left field. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Giancarlo Stanton, who comes through on an 0-2 pitch. Nice job at 2-out hitting, and the Yankees on the board 1-0.
A couple of hits by Yankees, Judge, and now Stanton on 0-2 pitches. And this one results in a run. Now watch the deflection off the glove of Beckham. Machado going past the ball. It gets by him. And the Yankees are going to have a run. If that ball doesn't deflect off Beckham's glove, Machado was there to back up. The Yankees might not have gotten a run. It might have been a hit, but they would have had the bases loaded. Instead, they get a run in.
First and third, 2 down for Aaron Hicks, who hit the ball hard. His first at bat, a line drive to Adam Jones in center field. Baltimore putting the shift on Aaron Hicks. Nice little ground ball to shortstop as a base hit and RBI. Career high 16 home runs already for Aaron Hicks. See that pitch count up there for Bundy already. 60 pitches. 2 outs in the third. Check swing by Hicks.
No, he did not swing. You know, I'm looking at Beckham at third, and shortstop position is basically open. And I think it's because Baltimore knows that Hicks can bunt. He'll lay one down. And if he gets one down, it'll be a run batted in. Gregorius would score. So that's why he's that much closer and giving away the shortstop position.
It's a 2-1. Good take by Aaron Hicks. He's in the driver's seat, 3-1.
That was a changeup.
Greg Bird waiting on deck. Stanton off of first, Gregorius off of third. 1-0 Yankees. 3-1 to Hicks. Pulls this ball foul. Another changeup. So Giancarlo Stanton will be on the move here. 3-2, 2 outs. As Chris Davis plays behind him. Bundy has thrown his changeup a bunch of times here. 3-2. Stanton on the move, and it's a breaking ball that misses off the plate. So Aaron Hicks works a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up Greg Bird with the bases loaded.
That's 4 walks now for Bundy.
Greg Bird has 25 hits this year. 13 of those have gone for extra base hits, 6 doubles, a triple, and his 6th home run of the year last night. An opportunity for him here in the third to break this one open. Struck out in the second. Good fastball for strike one, coming right at Greg Bird.
Yeah, I was thinking you look to do damage early in the count following a base on balls. The pitcher usually he's trying to throw a strike, get ahead on the count.
You think back to Bird's last at bat. He struck out on a changeup on a 3-2 count. A good take right there on a breaking ball.
Yeah, I think the voting for that final spot on the All-Star is supposed to end at 8 o'clock tonight. So we should be finding out pretty soon which player actually won. And we'll get that final spot on the All-Star squad, both in the American and National Leagues. Of course, Stanton was a possibility.
Has to hold off making those all-star vacation plans to see if he's going to be going to Washington, D.C. As Bundy gets back even in the count, 2-2. Stanton had a big 2-out hit to put the Yankees on the board 1-0. Greg Bird trying to follow suit. Be a 2-2 from Bundy. That's fouled off.
Yankees are making Bundy work. This next pitch will be number 70, and we're in the 3rd inning. He hasn't helped himself by walking 4.
Comes to 2-2. Another foul ball. Greg Bird, his first at bat, had an 11 pitch at bat before he struck out. Battling here. And this is the way the spray chart is. The last 100 batted balls under 200 feet for Greg Bird. 27% of the time he pulls them on the ground.
This is will be the 8th pitch that he's seen in this at bat coming up.
What do they say? The more pitches you see as a hitter, the better your chances become.
The pitcher is apt to make a mistake somewhere along the line.
We'll do it again. Another 2-2 pitch coming to Greg Bird. Goes fastball, and this ball hammered down the right field line, but foul.
I'm looking at Hicks. He was all the way to the shortstop position as he was off with the crack of the bat. You get another look. You can see that's hooking. Good look at the first base umpire, John Tumpain, right on the line. Ready to make a call.
This ball hit well to right field, down the line, and fair. A grand slam for Greg Bird, who's starting to heat up a little bit. A 3-run home run last night, a grand slam tonight, and the Yankees up 5-0.
That ball was hooking as well. 318 down the line here at Camden Yards. And Greg Bird, 7 runs back, make that 8 runs batted in the last 2 games. Here's a look. Off-speed breaking ball this time, up a little, and usually give that lean to the left. Looked like he said something like stay fair, and it did, barely. Bird fouled off 4 2-strike pitches before hitting that home run. As we look at it, off the pole that came over from Memorial Stadium back. It had been there since 1954. It made the trip downtown, and there's another dent in that pole.
Roger McDowell came out to give Bundy a little breather. Miguel Andujar, first pitch swinging, missing at a breaking ball. Andujar walked in the second. There is some activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. 75th pitch of the game coming already for Bundy.
That was the 20th home run that Bundy has given up this year. And you can't score any more on one swing of the bat.
Well, the Yankees have been waiting for Greg Bird to get it going, and it looks like he's showing signs. Back-to-back game with home runs. One-two to Andujar. Fouled it straight back. We've got Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire. 38 pitches this inning for Dylan Bundy.
Knocks the mask off Reynolds. Looks like he's okay. Let's see. Like all catchers and umpires do, they check the mask to see if it's intact.
Andujar pops it up. Machado goes out. Rickard coming in. It looks like it's going to be Joey Rickard out in left field. But the damage has been done here in the top of the 3rd inning. Greg Bird, a grand slam home run, his 7th of the year. Back-to-back games with home runs. Yankees up 5-0. Stadium on Friday, July 27th for one of the hottest collectibles of the season. It's CC Sabathia Bobblehead Night, the third in the 2018 collectible series presented by AT&T for the first 18,000 guests in attendance. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Little CC checked out the Inner Harbor.
It's the main tourist destination here in Baltimore. You know, you can ride water taxis, a lot of restaurants.
Bottom of the third, the Yankees lead 5-0 on our NFL Experience scoreboard. Big swing at the bat, Greg Bird, that grand slam. Sonny Gray back out there for the bottom of the third, worked his way through some trouble in the second. Now he's got himself a 5-0 lead.
Just a little bit farther than the Inner Harbor, there's Fort McHenry. Another historical spot here in Baltimore. It's where our national anthem was written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812.
Well, just what the doctor ordered for Sonny Gray. His pitcher who's been struggling a little bit. You get an early 5-0 lead. Go out there and have a shutdown inning. A ground ball to third, and Andujar, tough hop, strong throw, one down.
That was a tough hop, and it looked like he had a little problem getting the ball out of the glove, but then turned on the Jets with the throwing arm and threw out Caleb Joseph. High hopper, lays back. There, a little bit of a juggle, but guns it across in time for the out.
One down will bring up Tim Beckham. Good numbers against Sonny Gray coming in, but he flew out in the first inning, 0 for 1. Gray quickly ahead in the count.
And Flash, you had mentioned the other night I think in the opening game of this series about Greg Bird and the metrics showing that he's starting to get it together. And it wasn't so much that the hits were flowing. It's that the way he was hitting the ball and making outs and drawing base on balls, and that usually leads to good things.
More line drives, more fly balls, staying away from the ground ball to second base, and now all of a sudden back-to-back games, hitting home runs.
Not only home runs, but men on base.
Comes the 0-2 to Beckham. Breaking ball and a swing and a miss. Sonny Gray's stuff definitely looks better tonight.
Well, maybe he can relax a little bit with a 5-run lead. There's that breaking ball Flash just called, and it was a good one, as Beckham can't touch it.
Another look on Yesmo. 4 strikeouts now for Sonny Gray. Bring up Adam Jones with 2 down. He struck out his first at bat.
By the way, that grand slam by Bird was the third by a Yankee hitter this year. Miguel Andujar had one in Toronto. Didi Gregorius had one at Yankee Stadium against Minnesota. And now Greg Bird.
Well, we've talked about the breaking ball for Sonny Gray tonight. He has a good one, but the velocity up just a little bit too, but 96. 95 right there, dotting the outside corner. Ten home runs, 33 RBIs for Jones. Weak ground ball to second base. Wade comes in, being easy play for him, and a nice shutdown inning for Sonny Gray. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. We'll be back for the fourth.
Showing appreciation for all military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
We are ready for the top half of the fourth inning. The Yankees putting a 5 spot on the board in the third against Dylan Bundy, who is still in there. You can see, nice clear night here in Baltimore. The only Yankee not to hit last inning was Austin Romine, and he leads off by taking a strike from Bundy on our Audi scoreboard. The Yankees are up 5-0. 5 runs on 3 hits. That pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-1 on Romine. He'll be followed by Wade and Gardner. Romine was a strikeout victim in the second inning. He'll take a pitch for a call strike, and it's 1-2. Ball is hit hard by Romine and into left field for a leadoff single here in the fourth inning. It looked like Bundy left that pitch up in the zone, and Romine capitalized. You see, there's nobody up in the Oriole bullpen as we watch this line drive off the bat of Romine. And bring up the number 9 hitter, Tyler Wade. Wade picked on the first pitch that he saw last inning and flied out to right field. And he takes the first pitch this time out of the zone for ball 1. Tyler Wade got up to a slow start, made the team out of spring training, was sent down to the minor leagues, hit .270 at AAA. Hits this one well to right field. Valencia going back, turns the wrong way, and the ball is over his head. One hop off the wall, Romine's to third, Wade easily into second with a 2-base hit. And the Yankees are in business here in the top of the fourth inning. Second and third with nobody out. Valencia has played third base, and primarily his strength is as a hitter. And watch him turn to the left, but the ball's back over his right shoulder. One hop off the wall. I'm not so sure he would have caught it anyway, as Wade has a 2-base hit. And I'll bring up the top of the order and Brett Gardner. Gardner been up twice. He's walked both times. Baltimore's going to bring the infield in. Gardner's already had 7 runs batted in on this trip. And he'll take a pitch upstairs, ball 1. The Oriole bullpen is up and throwing. It looks like Mike Wright Jr. again. It's him. Pitch to Gardner is popped up into short left field. Coming on is Rickard. Calling is Manny Machado. It's going to be Rickard who makes the catch for the out. So the runners will stay at second and third. So second and third, it'll bring up Aaron Judge, who has flied to right and singled and scored a run. The Orioles are going to bring the infield in on the right side. Manny Machado is now coming in on the left side. He's about halfway. The pitch to Judge is hit high in the air towards short right field. Tagging up is Romine. Valencia makes the catch. Romine is going to hold at third base. Now, he would have been out. So Judge hitting a fly ball to the right, but not deep enough to score Romine. So that's going to leave it up to Gregorius with 2 outs now.
Now we take another look at the pitch, and it's pretty much down the middle. Judge is working underneath, and we talked about Valencia and not being a true right fielder. With Romine at third, just not deep enough.
It's a pretty good throw. Second and third for Gregorius now. who's lined out to center field and reached on a fielder's choice and eventually scored last inning. He was on base when Bird hit the grand slam home run. Good swing, and he fouled it back, and the count is a ball and a strike. Dylan Bundy has labored in this game. You can see he's already up to 89 pitches. He has walked 4 and given up 5 runs. Look out, low and inside. Didi has to get out of the way, and it's 2-1. On deck, Giancarlo Stanton. Two-one pitch is hit hard. Scope has it on a hop. He'll throw out Gregorius, and the Yankees will leave 2 men on. They miss a chance here in the 4th at the end of 3.5. It's 5-0 Yankees. Let's look ahead at the Yankees' upcoming schedule presented by Wells Fargo. Well, after tonight's ball game here in Baltimore, the Yankees head off to Cleveland, and that will close out the Orioles, I should say the Yankee season up until the All-Star break. First 2 games on Yes. Saturday will be on Fox, and then the final game of that 4-game series right back here on Yes. And as you can see, the All-Star game on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock on the Fox network. Here's Manny Machado leading off for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 4th. The Yankees are up by a score of 5-0. On our Audi scoreboard, 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Baltimore. No runs, just 1 hit, no errors.
And Kenny, speaking of the All-Star game, you had mentioned earlier how that final vote has come to a close. Unfortunately for Giancarlo Stanton, he will not be heading to D.C. for the All-Star game. Instead, it'll be Segura that is going. He led the voting the majority of the time, and he will represent in Washington, D.C.
So Gene Segura of the Seattle Mariners is going to the All-Star game. Seattle fans getting behind the vote. 2-0 pitch to Machado, hits a ground ball off of Sonny Gray, knocks it down, picks it up, flips to first, and Machado's retired. 1 out here in the 4th. So Machado hit it hard. It looks like Sonny Gray's going to be okay. So here, and in the National League, the winner is Jesus Aguilar. He had some big numbers coming up on the All-Star game. 23 home runs and 64 runs batted in 81 games, and you can see what Segura has done. I think I mentioned the other day that Segura had more multi-hit games than he had games where he didn't have a hit. Here's Trumbo, who was called out on strikes in the second inning. And the pitch is popped in the air down the right field side. Stanton coming over near the line in fair territory, makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for Sonny Gray here in the 4th. And that'll leave it up to Jonathan Schoop, who had a double to increase a hitting streak to 10 consecutive games his first time up. And now has jumped his average up to 230. He had been on the interstates not too long ago.
That's what a 10-game hitting streak will do for you.
And Sonny Gray drops a breaking ball in there for a call strike. Gray delivers and Schoop grounds it foul.
Oh, but look at our Jeep hitter scouting report on Jonathan Schoop, and turning his season around with that 10-game hitting streak now. And he has 10 home runs this year. All of them have been solo shots, so the RBI is not quite where they probably should be. But 99 career home runs, that is the most for a Baltimore Orioles second baseman.
The 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. I've been thinking back. They had some pretty good second basemen here over the years. They had Davey Johnson. They had Bobby Grich. Bobby Grich left as a free agent and it was replaced by Richie Dower. But none of them were able to hit as many home runs as Jonathan Schoop. Brian Roberts, Roberto Alomar. They've had some players. Schoop down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And that's up high for a ball, 1-2. Sonny Gray has been handed a 5-run lead. The big blow, a grand slam home run off the bat of Greg Bird. That hit the foul pole in right field. Schoop hits a little number. This is going to be a tough play. Gray off the mound, scrambles, throws, and he gets him. What a play by Sonny Gray. Throwing from his knees, and he gets Schoop for the final out here in the 4th inning. Sonny Gray bounds off the mound, slides, doesn't bother to get all the way up, and throws him out. It's on to the 5th. Of course, Bob and Jack and Meredith be along later on the post-game show. You can see the American League East standings. The Red Sox now have opened up a 3.5 game lead on the Yankees, followed by the Rays, the Blue Jays, and the distant Orioles. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. New pitcher for the Orioles is Mike Wright Jr. We saw him in the opening game of the doubleheader. In fact, he was the winner as the Orioles rallied to come back on our GMC scoreboard. Tonight it's 5-0 Yankees. Stanton takes a call strike. Stanton has struck out and also had a base hit on an 0-2 pitch that drove in the first run for the Yankees. And he takes that one off the plate, and it's a ball and a strike. Stanton, of course, scored. He was on base when Bird hit the grand slam. Those are the numbers on right. Opponent's hitting 300 against him, 303. 2 balls and a strike on Stanton. He'll be followed by Hicks and Bird here in the 5th. Line drive, base hit in the left center field. Stanton is now 2 for 3 and has another multi-hit game.
Yeah, it looked like it might be a tough night for Stanton. Didn't get a good look at the breaking balls from Bundy, but was able to battle his last at bat, get a base hit and an RBI. And a good swing right here on that slider from Wright Jr. all over it.
So a leadoff single for Stanton. It'll bring up Hicks, who has lined out and walked. And he walked to load the bases to bring up Bird into 3rd. Call strike 1 as Hicks takes a fastball for a strike. That will jackknife him out of the way, and that will level the count. And a ball and a strike. Hicks 3 for 13 on the road trip with a home run and a couple of runs batted in. This ball is hit well. Right center field. Going back is Jones onto the warning track and makes the catch. Gets the ball back in. Stanton retreats to first base. Don't think Hicks quite got that one.
Yeah, another good swing, but you're right. Just didn't seem like he hit it on the sweet spot of the bat. He is all over some fastballs and maybe out of the strike zone just a little bit as well. Good balance, good extension, good backspin.
So 1 out. Here's Bird. So far tonight, the hitting hero in the game, with a grand slam home run. And he'll take a pitch in there for a call strike. And that's in there for a call strike. 0-2.
We'll take another look in the 3rd inning. Greg Bird. This little breaking ball that spins middle. The only question, would it stay fair? And it does. A grand slam, his 7th home run of the year. Greg Bird starting to heat up a little bit.
And his first career grand slam. The 0-2 pitch, and that is off the outside corner. 1-2. Mike Wright shook off a couple of pitches. Let's see where he goes here with this 1-2 pitch. Up and in, and it's 2-2. Mike Wright has been back and forth through the Oriole organization. He had been a starter. They tried him as a starter. That didn't really work. Now working out of the bullpen for Baltimore. Off-speed pitch out in front. Lazy fly ball to center field for Jones, who has it for out number 2. So after the leadoff single by Stanton, a couple of fly balls to Adam Jones in center field, it'll leave it up to Miguel Andujar for the Yankees here in the 5th. Andujar tonight is 0 for 1. He's walked, flied out to left field. Yankees with 5 runs on 6 hits. The Orioles no runs on just 1 hit against Sonny Gray thus far. Upstairs for ball 1. Yankees trying to gain some momentum with a victory tonight as they head into Cleveland to take on the Central Division leading Cleveland Indians. Ball and a strike on Andujar. Indians have themselves a good grasp on the American League Central. 8.5 game lead coming into tonight, even though they had lost 4 straight games.
It sounds like they're having some bullpen issues in Cleveland.
Yeah. And Duhart takes a strike, and it's 1-2. A 1-2 pitch, and Duhart fouls it off the end of the bat. And the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. I was looking at the matchups in Cleveland. That first game is going to be a doozy, folks. Luis Severino for the Yankees against Corey Kluber. Kluber, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. I'm not going to miss that game. Coverage begins on Yes at 6:30. Two balls and 2 strikes on Andujar. Yankee rookie third baseman with Stanton at first and 2 outs. Full count. That'll put Stanton on the move on a 3-2 pitch. I get the feeling anything close and Andujar is going to wave at it. Well, not really a wave. He usually takes a pretty good hack. There goes Stanton. The pitch is on the way and it's hit into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Stanton going to hold at second base. So Andujar drops in a single to right. The Yankees have 2 on with 2 outs here in the 5th.
A good approach from Andujar. Fastball from Wright Jr. in on the hands, and Andujar just fights it off, blocks it out the other way. And Stanton might have had a chance here when he's on the move to get to third base, a conservative base running.
There's another look. Stanton off on a pitch, and I think the ball was almost directly at the Valencia. That's why he held up. Here's Romine, who's had a base hit. That was last time up. He's also struck out, 1 for 2. 2 on, 2 outs. Here in the 5th, first pitch is well off the plate for ball 1. Yankees trying to tack on here. They've had base runners in every inning of this game. Romine takes a call strike, and it's 1-1. Josh Romine's had a pretty good year with runners in scoring position. And he's got an opportunity here. swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. 96-mile-per-hour fastball. The 1-2. Count levels 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wright misses with a breaking ball. If you're just joining us, the Yankees scored all of their runs in the 3rd inning. Single by Stanton drove in a run, and a grand slam home run by Greg Bird added 4 more, and the Yankees lead 5-0. Romine pops one up. This one's twisting down the right field line. Long run for Valencia. Can he get there? He slides and he makes the catch. Jim Reynolds, first base umpire, down the line. Nice play by Valencia. And the Yankees will leave 2 men on here. Sliding, ball girl getting out of the way, and Valencia makes the play. Fifth inning, Sonny Gray's done a good job tonight for the Yankees through 4 innings. He's allowed no runs on just 1 hit. He's picked up 3 strikeouts. Good breaking ball there. And another one. Strikes out Jonathan Scope. So Sonny Gray has got a 5-run lead. Also shows he can field his position as he threw out Scope to end the 4th inning. It's all smiles for Sonny so far as he goes to the bottom of the 5th, and the Yankees are up 5-0. It'll be Davis, Valencia, and Rickard. Face Sonny Gray here in the 5th inning on our GMC scoreboard. You can see the Yankees are up by 5. First pitch to Davis, and he takes high and away for a ball. Davis drew a walk in the 2nd inning. Valencia and Rickard to follow. And the 1-0 pitch. Davis takes nice slow breaking ball, drops in there for a strike. 81 miles an hour. Sonny Gray had a quick 4th inning. He only threw 9 pitches to get the 3 outs. Little roller, and looked like it hit Davis in the batter's box. That's a foul ball.
Well, whatever it is Sonny Gray and Larry Rothschild worked on in between side sessions, they both have to be very pleased with the way the ball is coming out of his hand tonight. 61 pitches here in the 5th. Velocity's been a little bit better. Location has been good.
And the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, and it's a little bit low. 2-2. We had mentioned that earlier in this series that Davis recently set the Orioles all-time record for striking out. Broke Cal Ripken's record. Took Cal 21 years to do it. Well, the pitch in the dirt. The count is run full at 3-2. Davis did it in about 8+ years. Sonny Gray faced with a 3-2 pitch here to the big slugger. It's on the way, and it is called strike 3. Add to the total. Davis is caught looking, leading off the 5th. 95 miles per hour on the fast pitch speed analytics, which is sponsored by Fios by Verizon.
Well, obviously, when you have a 5-0 lead, you have the luxury to come right at some of these Baltimore hitters, and that's a good fastball 3-2, located down and away. So you like the stuff from Sonny Gray tonight. You also like the attitude, aggressive with the fastball.
Here's Danny Valencia, who struck out swinging, and Gray's first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Sonny Gray trying to beat Baltimore for the 3rd time this year. Beat him April 7th. The Yankees won 8-3. That was at Yankee Stadium. The Yankees won 4-1 on June the 1st here at Camden Yards behind Sonny Gray. Ground ball towards the middle. Gregorius comes up with it, straightens, throws, and gets him. Greg Bird used the height to his advantage, stretching out and making the play for out number 2. Good play on both ends.
Valencia hits this ball hard, and Didi showing some good range going to his left and then throwing across his body. A nice stretch by Greg Bird. Looked like he stayed on the bag. Good look at it there.
He might got a face full of dirt. Might have to brush some dirt off his cheek. But the play is made. So 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. And I'll bring up Joey Rickard. Rickard grounded out to Andujar in the 2nd. Pitches outside for a ball. I'm watching Sonny Gray's work from the windup, and it looks like he's got a little bit more of a hesitation just before he delivers the ball.
Yeah, he looks very under control mechanically, right? I mean, his pace in between pitches, I wouldn't say is fast, but mechanically slow, gathers and drives.
And that was driven in there for a strike, 1-1. Two balls and a strike on the Baltimore left fielder. Rickard working on a 3-game streak. After grounding out in the 2nd, he's now had 4 hits and 11 tries in this series. Sonny Gray trying to put him away here in the 5th. Swung on and missed. Couldn't catch up to a fastball. 94. And now the count is 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Sonny Gray. He's through 5. He's allowed no runs on just 1 hit. Sports is brought to you in part by People's United Bank. No mascot, but lots of fans. Member FDIC. By Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. And by the Jeep Celebration event going on now. Going on right now here at Camden Yards. The Yankees have a 5-0 lead as Tyler Wade will take a pitch for a call strike. Wade is flied out to right and doubled. He'll be followed by Gardner and Judge here in the top of the 6th. Off-speed pitch misses, and that levels the count of the ball and strike on Tyler Wade. Call strike 2, 1-2. I was watching Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire, jump out of the way on that ball in the dirt just in case Caleb Joseph couldn't come up with it cleanly. We saw his footwork last night on some foul balls that were rockets down the first baseline when he was umpiring first. The 2-2 pitch, and Wade fouls it back just to our left, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 6th inning. Yankees up 5-0. All 5 runs coming in the 3rd inning. Wouldn't be a ball game without a hot dog. No condiments on that one. 2-2 pitch. Wade hits this one well. The right center field. Going back is Valencia. He looks up. This one is gone. A home run for Tyler Wade, and the Yankees lead 6-0. And I got to believe that's a first for Tyler Wade. Yep, his first major league home run.
And the big smile on his face says it all. A little silent treatment in the dugout.
Yeah, he's giving everybody else high five. You got to shake the cameraman's hand. Oh, that's just the rite of passage in the major leagues. You hit your first home run, and now they got him. Number 1 in the big leagues. A leadoff home run here in the 6th. Here's Brett Gardner. Look out, it's inside for a ball. Gardner's walked twice and flied out the left.
Well, Aaron Boone giving Tyler Wade a start at second base tonight, talking about his range in the middle of the field. Might it be able to help out Sonny Gray? Swinging the bat, a double in his first big league home run.
Ground ball towards the middle. Machado from behind the bag. Strong arms at the first, and there's the first out here in the 6th.
We'll take another look at the swing from Tyler Wade. It's his little spinning slider, middle of the plate. No doubt about that one for Tyler Wade.
Break it down. You can see Valencia gives up on it about right there. About 4 rows back in the center field bleachers. He's giving everybody else high five. Oh, that is something. Here's Aaron Judge, who just took a pitch for a ball. So Mike Wright Jr. and Tyler Wade will be joined forever at this point. Judge tonight is 1 for 3. Scored a run. He had a single back in the 3rd. Check swing. 2 balls and a strike on the big designated hitter. Oh, they're trying to get the ball. All right, they're negotiating. That seems to be the gentleman who got it. The 2-1 pitch, and Judge spins it off the end of the bat, and it's 2-2. Judge the DH tonight. Stanton taking a turn in right field. Well, now it's time for a negotiation, I would believe. Did you get the ball back on your first homer, Flash?
I did.
Oh.
How about you?
Nah, I couldn't find it. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Judge. No, it was hit in Montreal, and it didn't go into the seats. It went over a back wall and somewhere into the darkness.
Who'd you hit it off of?
Bill Stoneman, who later on became my teammate. Stoneman threw 2 no-hitters in the big leagues. 3-2 pitches outside, and Judge has drawn a walk. At the time, it was my second major league hit. And that's going to do it for Mike Wright Jr. Buck Showalter comes out to the mound, and usually when he does, that means he's got the hook with him. So Wright's is done. The Orioles go to the bullpen here in the 6th inning. New pitcher will come aboard. We'll find out who it is when we come back. The Baltimore debut is John Mariñez. That's what he did at AAA Norfolk. Made just 1 start, working, of course, primarily out of the bullpen. More than a hit per inning. And opponents hit .277. Now, he's been in the major leagues before. He's been with the Florida Marlins, Chicago White Sox, Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Texas, and now here with Baltimore. 29-year-old right-hander from the Dominican Republic. And he comes in with 1 out, 1 on, and Didi Gregorius coming to the plate, who is 0 for 3. Didi's line to center, reached on the fielder's choice, and was robbed of a base hit by second baseman Jonathan Scope. So here's the first pitch for Mariñez in an Oriole uniform. And it's chopped foul at the home plate area, strike 1. 95 miles per hour.
Yeah, obviously, you get the scouting report from Marcus Timms in the Yankee dugout, but until you get up there, if you're Didi, seeing the velocity and the movement and how the ball comes out of his hand.
Mariñez got his first major league win back in 2010 with the then Florida Marlins. And that pitch is high and away for a ball. One and 1 on Didi, who's batting third tonight. Judge at first with 1 down. 6-0 Yankees. Didi hits one well to left center field. This is going to drive Adam Jones back towards the gap, but his buddy Rickard, the left fielder, is going to make the catch. And there are 2 outs here in the 6th. Here's Stanton. 2 for 3 with a run scored and a run batted in. Mariñez deals. And it's a call strike. Next pitch to Stanton, low and away, and it's 1-1. Well, Stanton made his major league debut back in 2010 with the Marlins, Florida Marlins. So he might have been a teammate of Mourinho's, who also made his major league debut that year. Ball 2-1. 96 miles an hour with a fastball. Inside, ball 3. Looking at Mourinho's and how he's moved around. He was signed by the Marlins as a non-drafted free agent, acquired by the White Sox in a trade, signed by the Tigers as a minor league free agent, signed by the Dodgers as a minor league free agent, signed by the Rays as a minor league free agent, acquired by the Brewers for cash, claimed off waivers by the Pirates. Ball 4, Stanton walks, not finished. Claimed off waivers by the Rangers, signed by the Orioles as a minor league free agent.
Wow.
There's been some transactions with this gentleman. So he wanted nothing to do with Stanton. He probably knew his potential way back in 2010, and he walks him. And it brings up Aaron Hicks.
Well, he might not have wanted anything to do with Stanton, but Hicks has had some good swings tonight with nothing to show for it so far.
2 outs, 2 on. Mourinho's in relief of Mike Wright Jr. and the first pitch is pop foul, and I believe this is going to make the seats. Just over the Yankee dugout. Going to make some fan happy. You're right, Flash. Hicks has been all around it, but not on it tonight. He's
hit the ball hard to Adam Jones on a line to center field. Hit a ball deep to right center. Just missed it. Couple of good swings.
It's been like a plane circling, waiting to land. There's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a ground ball towards second, but it's actually Manny Machado, the shortstop, who has it. Throws out Hicks. The Yankees will leave 2 men on, but you've seen a first tonight. Yankees are up 6-0 because of Tyler Wade's first major league home run. Wait a minute. Here comes the celebration somewhere. There it is. Work on Twitter and vote for Montefiore doing more Player of the Week. Your candidates are Giancarlo Stanton, Brett Gardner, and Didi Gregorius. Sonny Gray working on a good one. Allowed just 1 hit in 5 innings. Only 2 base runners, both coming in the 2nd inning.
I'm glad you brought up that second inning when he got himself into some trouble, was able to work his way out of a jam, and now all of a sudden has been cruising. Good signs all the way around for Sonny Gray.
Number 9 hitter Caleb Joseph will lead it off. He bounced out to Andujar, his only trip, and he'll take a pitch for a call strike. Joseph has had 1 hit this series, 7 tries. Currently hitting .185. He'd been sent back to the minor leagues for a while this season. That's low, 1-1. But he's back now. Sonny Gray drops a breaking ball over the outside corner. He's got a good combination. Good fastball and sharp curveball tonight. Little looper towards left center field, and that's going to be in there for a hit and break a string of 11 in a row set down by Sonny Gray. So Caleb Joseph with a leadoff single here in the 6th inning. Only the 2nd hit of the game for Baltimore.
Well, you mentioned, Kenny, that he's got a good breaking ball tonight. Sonny Gray does, and it was a pretty good one right there, but Joseph just kind of flips it into center field. Take another look. Good action down. Give Joseph some credit for staying on it.
Here's Beckham as the Orioles go back to the top of the order. Beckham has flied to right, struck out swinging. And that's just a little bit low for ball 1. In fact, it was in the dirt, so they throw that ball out of play. Beckham, who recently came off the disabled list, he had a strained groin and was out for quite a while. Seems to be picking up the pace with the bat. Well, I heard that all the way up here, 94 miles an hour, a strike. Curve is swung on and missed. Strike 2, 1-2.
Sometimes when you watch Sonny Gray earlier this year, it seemed like he would pitch around the strike zone. Really didn't trust his stuff. And tonight, all of a sudden, throwing the ball over the plate. Good action on the fastball. Only has 1 walk.
There's Gary. Oh, he is chomping at the bit to get back in there. Might call strike 3. Beckham caught looking on a hook. 7 strikeouts for Sonny Gray.
We thought that the breaking ball might be a good weapon against this Baltimore lineup for Sonny Gray. Not his best breaking ball right there. It actually backs up and locks up Beckham. Just another strikeout.
Yeah, Gray's season high in strikeouts. He's done it twice. Season high has been 8. Did that in his first start at Toronto, and he did it the last time he started in Toronto, or make that 2 starts ago in Toronto. Here's Adam Jones, 1 on, 1 out. And late on a fastball, strike 1. Sonny Gray's career high in strikeouts. Did that with the Oakland A's. He had 12 against the Angels one night. The 0-1 pitch to Jones, and that was just off the corner. 1-1. Fans' copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. The 1-1 pitch to Jones. It's hit well into center field, but Hicks has a beat on it, and he puts it away for out number 2. So from one center fielder to another, as Joseph heads back to first, and now there's 2 down. It'll bring up Manny Machado. Machado with a couple of home runs in last night's game, was a hitting hero for Baltimore. There's not much he hasn't done with the bat this year. That was his 32nd multi-hit game. Next Tuesday night, he'll be just down the road at Nationals Park, representing the American League in the All-Star game at shortstop. The starter. There's a call strike from Sonny Gray. The Midsummer Classic, American League against the National League. Fouled off 0-2. It'd be interesting to see who A.J. Hinch, the manager of the American League, of course the manager of the Houston Astros. They won the championship last year. Be interesting to see who he chooses to start that game. The Yankees' Luis Severino has a chance because he's pitching
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
He lined up. This makes all the sense in the world.
Of course, Aaron Boone said that he would, if A.J. Hinch decides to start Severino, he wants him to pitch only 1 inning. The 0-2 pitch, and Machado drills it to left field. Going back is Gardner. This is off the wall. Caleb Joseph III is going to be held there as Manny Machado rips a double off the wall in left field. And that was a solid line drive. He continues to hit well.
Now, when you make mistakes to Manny Machado this year and what we've seen in this series, he's going to make you pay. An 0-2 breaking ball that just spins and rolls, and Machado is all over it. Brett Gardner does a nice job playing it off the wall.
The second and third, 2 outs, and bring up Trumbo. Sonny Gray is going to have to work a little harder to get out of it this inning. Trumbo is called out on strikes and flied out to right. He's 0 for 2. Curveball off the corner for ball 1. So Sonny Gray, who struggled mightily in Toronto, working just 2 innings, giving up 6 hits and 5 runs, so far tonight has been able to keep Baltimore off the scoreboard through 5 2/3 innings. There's a call strike as he dots the outside corner. And it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike. Gray trying to nail down the final out here in the 6th. You got Joseph at third, Machado at second. This is the Orioles' first threat since the 2nd inning. Check swing. Yeah, he went around, and it's 2-2. Trumbo a couple of years ago led the league in home runs. We saw a quick shot of Gary Sanchez here in the dugout. Of course, he's on the DL, but he took batting practice today, and as Meredith mentioned, he did some agility drills, so he's getting closer. 2-2. Swung on it, missed, strike 3. Sonny Gray ends the threat here in the 6th inning, picking up his 8th strikeout. The Orioles leave 2. It's on to the 7th inning. Scoreboard, and the Yankees lead by a score of 6-0. It'll be Hicks. I should say it'll be Bird and Duhar and Romine for the Yankees here in the 7th. Bird with a big blow tonight, a grand slam that came in the 3rd inning. The Yankees scored 5 of their 6 runs. The shift is on with Bird at the plate. He is 1 for 3. And that is low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Third pitcher of the night in there for Baltimore. Bundy started, was rocked for 5 runs in 4 innings. Bird has a good swing, fouls it off to the left, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Mike Wright Jr. came in for an inning in the 3rd, and now John Mariñez making his Baltimore debut. A.J. Cole throwing in the Yankee pen. The pitch from Mariñez is hit well to left field by Bird. This is going to chase Rickard back. He reaches out and makes the catch near the wall. So Bird with a bid for an extra base hit. Nice play by Rickard in left, and there's 1 out.
Well, Mariñez with that sinking fastball, and Bird does a nice job just staying on it and driving it the other way. Rickard covered a lot of ground. Left-hander being able to make that play pretty easily.
Rickard can play all 3 outfield positions. Here's Andujar, who has a hit in 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk. And that pitch drops in there for a call strike. One and one on the Yankee third baseman. After the game tonight, the Yankees will fly out to Cleveland for a 4-game series with the Cleveland Indians. big swing and a miss. 1-2. There's Cleveland with several all-stars of their own. Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor, members of their pitching staff. Got Kluber, Trevor Bauer. That pitch is low. 2-2. Strong ball club. Michael Brantley.
He's rebounded nicely, right, from some injuries the last couple of years.
Made the All-Star team.
Yeah.
2-2 on Andujar. And now the count has run full. Austin Romine will get a chance next. Payoff pitch. Little roller to the left side for Beckham. Gets a nice hop. Straightens, throws, and there are 2 down. So Marinez has come on, and he's walked 1 batter, but he's retired all the others. As Romine will come up. Romine with a 1-for-3 night working. Had a solid single to left field in the 4th inning. Hits this one to center field. You heard the crack of the bat. Jones back. This one is gone. A home run for Austin Romine. And it's now 7-0 Yankees. Romine with his 2nd home run of the series and his 6th of the season. So Marinez is touched up for a hit, and when he does give up one, it's for the distance.
A long home run for Austin Romine. Marinez throws hard, but if you're Romine, you get the bat head out there and drive it pretty much to center field. Impressive 2-out home run.
Just over the wall, off the back wall of the bleachers, or the front wall of the bleachers. And here's Tyler Wade, who takes a pitch for a strike. Wade had a first his last time up, his first major league home run. And he's 2 for 3. He's also had a double. Little roller. This is going to be a tough play. Wade can run. Beckham straightens, throws. It's not nearly in time, and he throws it away. But Wade's going to hold on with a base hit. So a 3-hit night for Tyler Wade. Just a triple away from the cycle.
Well, we mentioned it earlier. Tyler Wade went down to AAA and got it done, hitting over 270. And you're right, Kenny, right off the bat, this was going to be a tough play for Beckham the way that Wade runs. He works underneath the throw.
See, Wade's already across the bag. So the first 2 Yankees went out, and the next 2 have reached safely. Romine's homer, Wade's single, and back to the top of the order for Brett Gardner, who's walked twice, flat out, ground out, 0 for 2. 7-0 Yankees here in the 7th. And Gardner takes a pitch, maybe a little high, maybe a little outside for ball 1. Almost the same pitch. 2 balls and no strikes. We've talked about Wade's speed, but I don't think he'll be going with a 7-0 lead here in the 7th inning. You think that's rubbing it in, Flash?
That's, I think, a little too much.
He's not going, and the pitch is called strike to Gardner. That can rile up the opposition. It's like rubbing their noses in it. The 2-1 pitch, and it's high, ball 3. Just saw a shot of Buck Showalter, and this is somewhat of an anniversary for the Orioles. 50 years ago today, Earl Weaver made his managerial debut, and of course, the late Earl Weaver went on to a Hall of Fame career. There's his statue out there beyond the bullpens in left center. The 3-1 pitch to Gardner is fouled off. And in his debut, the Orioles beat the Washington Senators by a score of 8-4. And there was a little note at the end that said that Earl did not get thrown out of that game. So Buck Showalter, who kind of reminds a lot of people here in Baltimore of the Earl of Baltimore, as Earl became to be known. Earl had 5 teams that won 100 or more games. 3-2 on Gardner. Wade will be on the move with 2 outs. There he goes. The pitch is on the way, and it's grounded towards first. Davis steps on the bag. The Yankees are retired, but they pick up another run here in the top of the 7th. On to the 7th inning stretch. It's 7-0 Yankees. At the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's our game summary brought to you by Nissan. Those are the numbers for Sonny Gray. Those will be the final numbers as he's coming out of the ball game. New pitcher for the Yankees. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts, tied his season high. Dylan Bundy was roughed up by the Yankees. 5 runs in 4 innings, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Greg Bird, first career grand slam, and Tyler Wade, his first career home run for the Yankees tonight. So A.J. Cole will come on and take over for Gray here in the 7th inning. Cole has done a good job when he's been in there. He's worked to an ERA of 0.54. 2-0 with the Yankees. 16 innings, 22 strikeouts, 16 2/3 innings. He'll get Jonathan Scope here leading off for Baltimore here in the bottom of the 7th. And a swing and a miss, strike 1 on our Cadillac scoreboard. Yankees about hit the Orioles 10-3. Excellent job by Sonny Gray. He'll get the rest of the night off. Cole delivers, and it's in the dirt, bounces and goes all the way back to the screen, and it's a ball and a strike.
I thought the guys in the studio were right on, Bob and Jack, that this is a building block start for Sonny Gray, and he needed it. The Yankees needed to see it. I wonder if he can build on this and look forward to a much better second half.
Make his All-Star break much more enjoyable. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. 1-2.
Cole has that nice tight little slider. It's a lot of swings and misses with that pitch.
Big, tall right-hander from Florida. And he couldn't get Scope to bite on that one, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scope, Davis, and Valencia here in the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There's that tight slider. And Scope is a strikeout victim.
Now, Kenny, you mentioned the fact that Tyler Wade hit his first career home run, a leadoff shot in the 6th inning, and it looked as though they might have recovered the ball. I know you were concerned whether or not they did. Well, credit Baltimore security staff. They got the guy, got the ball, and the guy was actually a hardcore Red Sox fan, so they promised him Yankees Red Sox tickets to an upcoming game. He'll actually get to meet Tyler Wade, and the good news for Wade, that ball is safely in the Yankees clubhouse.
That's good news as Didi Gregorius throws out Chris Davis. Yankee Red Sox, that's impressive. He was able to negotiate the Yankee Red Sox tickets. Was it Boston or New York? We don't know yet.
They didn't specify, Kenny, but I'm just wondering, what is he doing in Baltimore if he's a Red Sox fan watching Yankees-Orioles right now?
So 2 outs, and to bring up Valencia. Well, maybe he was just in town, saw the lights on, and came over to see a ball game. Valencia struck out and grounded out. Cole delivers, and it's fouled back to the screen. Red Sox fan. Actually, the Red Sox come in after the All-Star break, so he's a little early. The pitch to Valencia, and that spins him. A ball and a strike. Yeah, Baltimore opens up the after the All-Star break in Toronto, and then they come home and they play the Red Sox. The 1-1 pitch, and it's strike 2. So the Yankees play the Red Sox next. They have a series that begins in Boston. 4-game series, August 2nd. That pitch is in the dirt. That should be a big one up at Fenway Park. 4-game series, August 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Be hard to get tickets to those games. Cole trying to set Baltimore down 1-2-3 here in the 7th, and he does. Valencia strikes out. 2 strikeouts for A.J. Cole here in the 7th inning. 7 full. It's 7-0 Yankees. 7s are wild. Hyundai scoreboard tells the tale. It's 7-0 Yankees, top of the 8th inning. Aaron Judge will get a shot. So will Didi Gregorius and Giancarlo Stanton here in the 8th against John Marinas. And he starts Judge with a slider and misses for ball 1. Judge has been on base twice. Single that scored. He's also drawn a walk. 1 for 3 on the night. That slider jumps over the plate and it's 1-1. Fouls it straight back and it's 1-2. 96 on the fastball for Marinas. The Yankees put a crooked number on the board in the 3rd inning with 5 runs. Added 1 run each in the 6th and the 7th. Swing and a miss, and Judge is struck out. Well, Marinas picks up his first Orioles strikeout. Good slider down and away. Here's Gregorius. He's got a 5-game hitting streak working. He's 0 for 4 tonight. He's hit the ball well a couple of times. Nothing to show for it. First pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Didi's also got another streak going. He's reached safely in 25 consecutive games against the Baltimore Orioles. So unless he reaches here, that streak is in tremendous jeopardy. And it's low for a ball. 1-1. See where Didi hits his ground balls, mostly up the middle, and you can see that the Machado is on the cusp of the 34%, and Scope is right in the middle of the 35% range. Line drive down the left field line. It is slicing foul. Didi a couple of feet away from extending that streak. The 1-2 pitch, and Didi steps out of the way, and it's 2-2. We got tonight's attendance figures here at Camden Yards. 17,808 to see the final game of this series. Didi hits it hard, and it's fair. The streak will continue. Rounding first, on his way to second. He'll be in with a stand-up double. So he has now reached safely in 26 consecutive games against Baltimore.
Well, you can tell how locked in his approach is. The fastball, he drives it the other way, just foul, and then he gets a slider and is able to pull it and keep it fair. Easy double for Gregorius.
18th double of the year, like the number on his back. And that'll set it up for Stanton, who has a multi-hit game going. Run scored and an RBI. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, and he swings and misses here. Strike 1. The Yankees have now pounded out 11 hits, 7-11. Strike 2, 0-2 on Stanton. Check swing, ball's in the dirt. Did he go? No. Jim Reynolds asked for help, and John Tumpane said Stanton did not go around.
Good call right there. Nice play by Joseph, keeping it in front.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Stanton, hard line drive into center field for a base hit. They're going to hold Didi Gregorius at third base. Stanton with a BB into center field. And it's first and third with 1 out. Stanton's 3rd hit of the night. Man, he hits the ball hard.
He had trouble picking up the breaking ball against Bundy, but the rest of the game, he is all over these off-speed pitches. That's a slider right out over the plate. Just another rocket right back up the middle.
So that's going to be it for Marinas, as Buck Showalter's going to the bullpen again. Third with 1 out as a new pitcher warms up on the mound. Buck Showalter's gone to a left-hander. It's Donnie Hart making his 9th appearance. He had started the year in the minor leagues. You see opponents hitting .364. He'll have to face the switch hitting Aaron Hicks. With the Yankees leading 7-0 and threatening for more here in the 8th inning. We seem to do this a lot with Stanton at the plate. Exit velo presented by Spectrum Internet with faster download speeds and better performance. 114.3 miles per hour on a single to center field. You'd hate to be a pitcher and get in the way of that. Oof. So Hicks is fly out to center field 3 times and drawn a walk and scored. Switch hitter now batting right-handed. First and third with 1 out. Hart delivers, and it's fouled back to the screen. Strike 1. Career high 16 home runs, 42 runs batted in for Hicks. Next pitch, and it's fouled off again. He almost slipped and fell. The count is 0-2. Now Hicks' career high in runs batted in is 52. So he's only 10 away. He's already broken his career high for home runs. And that 52 RBI mark was set last year with the Yankees. Smiles all around as the Yankees lead 7-0. They're threatening for more here in the 8th. Inside his Hart misses.
Austin Romine and Tyler Wade have been a pretty good 8-9 combination for the Yankees tonight at the bottom of the lineup.
4 hits between them. each with 2 and a home run. The 1-2. Hicks with a breaking ball. A little chopper. Hart has it. He's going to bobble the ball. Everybody's going to be safe as Gregorius scores, and it's now 8-0. He might have had to play at home on Gregorius, but couldn't make it. And another run scores.
Well, we'll take a look here. Aaron Hicks right off the home plate, and Hart gets to it, but he's trying to turn his body to deliver the throw to home plate. And being a left-hander, going to be a tough play. Might have been better off completely spinning in the other direction instead of turning that way, and doesn't come up with the handle. The Yankees had another run.
We'll see how they score that one. I think Hicks has to get a base hit and an RBI.
I would think so.
Yeah. Fielder's choice, E1, no run batted in. That's not good. That's like assuming there'll be a double play. You can't assume he's going to get anybody. So Hicks reaches on a fielder's choice. Here's Bird. He's had a grand slam in 4 trips. Pitches outside from Hart. 2 balls and no strikes. On the play, of course, Stanton moved down to second base. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. The right-handed hitting Andujar is up next. Nobody warming in the Oriole bullpen. The Yankees scored 5 in the 3rd. They've scored 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 1 more here in the 8th. That's outside. It's a 4-pitch walk to Bird, and it'll bring up Andujar. So the Yankees have loaded the bases again. The last time they did it, Bird went deep. Those are Andujar's numbers on tonight. 1 for 3 with a single. There's just 1 out. There's a call strike. Donnie Hart came up through the Orioles system. 27th round draft pick, 2013. He's in a little hot water here. Ball is popped up off the end of the bat. Davis coming down the line. He calls off Hart, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Off-speed pitch. Andujar way out in front.
Yeah, we could see from Hart's delivery, obviously he'd be tough for a left-hander, but he walked Bird on 4 straight, but makes a big pitch to Andujar. We'll take another look at it. Breaking ball, Andujar way out in front off the end of the bat.
Looked like he tried to hook that one. So with 2 outs, Romine will come up. He's had a good night. He is single and homered. Hart with a sweeping breaking ball in there for a call strike. Oh, 1 pitch is bounced foul, and quickly Romine's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. A 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Romine with a slow roller toward short for Machado. He's going to go to first with it. And he'll retire Romine and the Yankees here in the 8th inning, but they pick up another run. We've played 7.5 here in Baltimore. It's been all Yankees. The Bombers will be in Cleveland to kick off a big 4-game set with the Indians leading up to the All-Star break. Coverage begins at 6:30 with the Chevy Yankees pregame. It's right here on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. And there is your matchup for tomorrow night. You don't want to miss this one. Luis Severino for the Yankees against Corey Kluber, 2-time Cy Young Award winner for the Cleveland Indians. And you saw their records. Severino 14-2. Kluber 12-4. Clint Frazier's taking over for Gardner in left field, and Kyle Higashioka gives Austin Romine the rest of the night off. A.J. Cole delivers, and it's a ball and a strike. Cole in his second inning of work on our Hyundai scoreboard, 8-0 Yankees. Cole struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced in the 8th inning. Got Joey Rickard up here in the bottom of the 8th. And he lines one into center field, a leadoff single here in the 8th inning. Now a quick word from Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet. No data caps, no contracts. Just faster speeds with better performance.
Caleb Joseph had a base hit his last time up, 1 for 2. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, and it's strike 1.
I like what manager Aaron Boone is doing here, getting Romine out of the game. We mentioned earlier, kind of dealing with some hamstring issues last week. And then you get Brett Gardner off his legs for a few innings.
Line drive right field base hit. Caleb Joseph with a couple of hits in tonight's game. 2 on, nobody out here in the 8th. Joseph going through that hole between first and second. That'll bring up Tim Beckham. Beckham couldn't do anything against Sonny Gray tonight. He's in the past has hit him well. Sonny got him to fly out and strike out twice. This is his first look at A.J. Cole. Cole delivers just a little bit high for a ball. Aaron Boone, I think he would like Cole to finish this one off. Swing and a miss. Beckham had faraway places on his mind, and the count is 1-1. Two on, nobody out. The next pitch, little check swing roller in front of the plate. Higashioka up with it, throws the first. The runners will advance, but the Yankees will take the out, and there's one down.
Higashioka going in to pick up Austin Romine is going to be tested a little bit. Come around it, make sure you have a good grip, easy throw. At this point in the game, you're just trying to get as many outs as you can.
And that'll bring up Adam Jones. And so far tonight, he's been held hitless, struck out, grounded out, flied out. Second and third, one out. Fouled off at the plate. You can see that Adam Jones uses a two-tone bat. The barrel of the bat is dark. The handle is more of a brownish color. But years ago, a former teammate of mine, Benny Ayala, said he always used a black bat because he said it was harder for the outfielders to trace his swing when he's using a dark bat.
Really?
Well, that's what his theory. So, you know, I kind of said, all right, yeah. Little pop-up, short right field. Stanton coming on. I don't think this is going to be deep enough. Nah, Rickard came down halfway down the line, and that's going to be out number 2. That was his theory. Well, of course, Benny got in an argument once about, was it harder to cross the Sahara Desert without water or row across the Atlantic Ocean in a rowboat? He got in an argument about that one day on the bus.
So that pretty much explains where his mindset is at.
Exactly. Here's Manny Machado. Now, Benny didn't play very often. He was a good hitter, but he wasn't a good defensive outfielder. One day, Flash, he threw out 2 runners at home plate in an inning. And he comes back to the dugout and he says to everybody, look at my glove. It's turning to gold. Here's Machado. Cole delivers, and it's blown away for ball 1. But Benny could hit left-handers. Machado tonight, well, he's had a double in 3 trips, and it was a booming double to left field. 2 balls and no strikes. Trumbo is on deck. The 2-0 pitch off the end of the bat by Machado. Seems to always get a good swing at it. And it's 2-1. Cole this year with the Yankees. 16 2/3 innings, 22 strikeouts, just 6 walks. He's picked up 2 more strikeouts tonight. Line drive, Wade has it. Soft liner off the bat of Machado. He's retired. The Orioles leave 2. The shutout is intact as we head to the ninth inning. It's 8-0 Yankees.
Well, a couple of big home runs in this one. At the top of the third, Greg Bird hits a hanging curveball for a grand slam right down the line. His 7th home run of the year. Big swing of the bat for him. And then Tyler Wade, top of the 6th. That's going to be his first big league home run in Camden Yards in Baltimore. And of course, when that happens, you're going to get a little bit of the silent treatment. But finally, his teammates give in. Your Land Rover drives of the game.
Speaking of Tyler Wade, he will lead it off for the Yankees here in the ninth inning. The Orioles have made several changes defensively. And we'll catch you up in just a second. Wade's had a good night. A double, a home run, and a single. Infield single in 4 trips. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Adam Jones is out of the game. Joey Rickard moves from left to center. Trey Mancini's now in left field. Also, Manny Machado's out of the ball game. Beckham moves from third to short, and Jace Peterson is now in third. There's a pitch for a call strike, and it's 0-2 on Wade. So a couple of veteran players getting the rest of the night off. There's Beckham now at shortstop. The 0-2 pitch to Wade, and he just got a piece of it, fouled it off. 8-0 Yankees. We're in the top of the ninth. Wade looking for his 4th hit. Nah, he's not going to get it here as he swings through a breaking ball and strikes out. Fans, next week on Yes, don't miss a special 2-night television event, the definitive documentary series Yankeeography, History of the Yankees, on back-to-back nights during the All-Star break. It all kicks off next Wednesday at 7 with Part 1, Origins to 53, followed by Part 2, 54 to 80, and it all leads up to the premiere of the newest installment, 2004 to 2017, on Thursday night at 8 o'clock. It's truly an event that you cannot miss right here on Yes. Should be very entertaining. History of the Yankees. Frazier batting for Gardner. Well, he was in there. Came on defensively. Gardner, while he was in there, was 0 for 3 with a couple of walks. Frazier's first at bat of the night. The 2-0 pitch, and he fouls it back to the screen. It's 2-1. So Frazier getting a chance to hit off a left-handed pitcher. Hart deals. Frazier lines it in the left field for a base hit. Makes the most of his one at bat tonight. It's a single to left, and he's on with one out.
That's not easy to do. You sit around all night, you go in for Brett Gardner, and then you're able to produce a line drive base hit to left field. Nice short, quick swing.
Aaron Judge get another chance. He is 1 for 4. Scored a run. He's also drawn a walk, so he's been on base a couple of times. They're not holding Frazier at first. David's playing behind him. With the Yankees up 8-0, he's not going to go anywhere unless Judge moves him around the bases. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the Yankees trying to keep pace now. The Red Sox have won again. They won 4-2 tonight. Judge with a big swing and a miss. 2-1. Boston beating Texas again. Low and inside. Judge skips rope, gets out of the way, and it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike, and it's ball 4. Judge draws his second walk of the night. The Yankees have 2 men on with 1 out. In the top of the ninth, bring up Didi Gregorius. Buck Showalter's team is staring at their 67th loss of the year. They're 40 games under. They lose this one, they'll be 41 under. The break-even mark. 2 on, 1 out. Gregorius to the plate. Fouls that one off the mask of Caleb Joseph. Didi waited a while in this one, but increased his streak against Baltimore, reaching safely to 25 consecutive games. Now make that 26. Had a double and a run scored his last time up. And is working on a 1 for 5 night. Bouncing ball to the left side for Peterson. Goes to Scope on the first, and Didi appears to be safe. There was a collision as Frazier ran into Peterson, and it looks like no harm, no foul. Wow, that's a little different.
Well, we'll take a look at it as Peterson comes in. Frazier trying to get to third. The jump throw and right into Clint Frazier.
Now they're going to have a discussion about interference here, I believe. And was there a hindrance by Frazier on the throw by Peterson to second base? They're going to talk it over. And if they decide against the Yankees, Frazier's going to be called out, and there'll be a double play involved here. All 4 umpires getting together and discussing the situation. The Orioles are waiting on the field. They're not sure if this inning is over or not, or this top half of the ninth is over or not. Appeared that Didi beat the relay at first base, so there's no qualms there. Third base umpire Shane Livensparger had the best view of it. And they're going to call Didi safe. And I think it was maybe about the tag as well. Was there a tag at third? No.
There's no tag at third.
No.
It looked like Peterson got rid of the throw before the contact.
Yeah.
Right?
Now Bucks, I bet she's talking about possible interference. Here's another look.
You see Peterson comes in and gets rid of it before any contact is made, and the perfect throw to second. So Didi just flat out beat that out.
That looked like a play you used to see around second base. Base runners taken out to second baseman or to shortstop. So the inning will continue with 2 outs as Judge was forced at second. Gregorius reaches on the fielder's choice, and it gives Stanton another chance. And he's had a 3-hit night. And he'll take a pitch for a called strike. Stanton struck out, singled again, walked, and had another base hit. Bouncing ball towards the middle into center field. Stanton has a 4-hit night, and the Yankees have another run as Frazier scores. It's now 9-0. A great night for Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, the way Giancarlo Stanton has been beating up left-handed pitching all year. You see Hart with that delivery. Stanton a good look at the pitch. And again, the approach is hitting rockets right back up the middle. Another base hit, another RBI.
Switch hitting Aaron Hicks to the plate. Outside for ball 1. It's interesting in this series, the 2 tight games have been won by the Orioles. 5-4 and 6-5. The 2 blowout games, the Yankees won 10-2 in the second game of the doubleheader, and they lead 9-0 here. That's outside ball 2. Giancarlo Stanton's average now has jumped over the 275 mark. Hicks with a good swing, but he misses, and it's 2-1. Hicks is looking for his first hit of the night. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count levels off at 2 balls and 2 strikes. "35 pitches this inning, or 35 pitches for Hart total." Runners will be going 3-2 with 2 outs. There they go. The pitch is hit high in the air to right field. Pretty deep, but Valencia went to the warning track, now comes in and makes the catch. So the Yankees add another run here in the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th. Yankees lead by 9. B. Mason postgame as Bob, Jack, and Meredith give you highlights and analysis from tonight's game, plus a look ahead to the weekend series in Cleveland. It's all right here on Yes. New pitcher for the Yankees in the bottom of the ninth, Jason Shreve, third Yankee pitcher of the night. Numbers on Shreve on the year. Yankees up by a score of 9-0. A.J. Cole gave up a couple of hits, struck out 2 in 2 innings. Didn't give up a run. Now Shreve trying to get the last 3 outs when the Yankees make their way to Cleveland. Gleyber Torres on the DL. Of course, he's Yankees hope he'll be back after the All-Star break. He's an All-Star. And what did Aaron Boone say? Go to Washington, tip your cap. Come on back, get ready for this.
Ready for the second half.
The second half. Manny Machado will be just down the road. In fact, home plate here from Camden Yards, the home plate at National Stadium is about, or Nats Park is about 40 miles. Trumbo fouls off the first pitch from Shreve here in the bottom of the ninth. Trumbo 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Nothing. The big inning for the Yankees was the third. They scored 5 times. Upstairs to Trumbo, and it's a ball and a strike. Trumbo, Scope, Davis. Those are the 3 scheduled for Baltimore here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Yankees trying to roll out of here with a split of this 4-game series. Got another 4-game series coming up in Cleveland. That pitch is outside. Get into Cleveland fairly early in the morning. Sleep in, get ready for another ball game. The 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball, and Didi flags it down, straightens, throws in, gets him. Gregorius flashes the leather again. Oh, what a play. Man, he's played some shortstop.
Well, Didi swinging a hot bat lately, but he seems to bring the glove with him every night in full extension to his left. The big hop snares it perfectly. And then gets to his feet in the strong throwing arm. Great play.
1 down. And that is worth another look. I wonder what Trumbo's thinking. Here's Scope. Got a double his first time up, ran his hitting streak into double figures. He's now hitting 10 straight. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it back from Shreve. Since the double, he's gone 0 for 2. In on the hands with a fastball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes on the Baltimore second baseman. Most of the 17,808, or quite a few of them, have left. As it appears, this game was decided a long time ago. That pitch is up and in. Scope gets out of the way. The Yankees with 5 in the third. 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th. Tacking on from the 6th inning on. Two and 2 now on Scope. Check swing, and he did not go. So the count is full. The 3-2 pitch, and it's fouled off. Pitch is on the way. Scopes swings and misses. Strike 3. 2 down here in the ninth. Baltimore down to their last out. Shreves picks up a strikeout. Baltimore hitters are struck out 11 times tonight. And that includes Davis striking out in the 5th. He's 0 for 2. The shift is on, and he'll take a strike. There's the defensive alignment for the Yankees. Ball and a strike. Well, the Yankees with a nice bounce back after a tough loss last night. The 2 games they lost in this series, they had the lead in each of those games. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Davis down to his last strike, and so are the Orioles. He wouldn't chase. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's your ball game. Shreve with a couple of strikeouts, and the Yankees win this one 9-0. Tyler Wade with his first major league home run. Greg Bird, yeah, he flew a grand slam in the 3rd inning, the big blow of the game for the Yankees as they celebrate and do split this 4-game series. So we'll be back with more. We'll wrap this one up from Camden Yards as the Yankees, well, can't say they pulled out a 9-0 victory. A 9-0 victory over the Orioles. It's on to Cleveland. Yankees take this one and split the series at 2 games apiece. We'll be right back.